Nancy can't make it today because, hold on. Okay, well, actually, we open. Good afternoon. This is Fadi Hamzi. It's 15th of February, 2024. Time is 4:35 p.m. Eastern. Welcome. As you know, we're on every other week now, and sometimes we get a little bit behind in terms of date change, but the machine will remind you. Okay, and so the next meeting is going to be on 28th. Also, as always, here's where they're posted. Usually about half an hour, 45 minutes from our last finish of this program. We'll go to what's called our YouTube channel. Okay, you all know that by now. No need. Okay, very, very quickly, we want to do any housekeeping stuff. We added a screen to our repertoire of items we look at because we trade NQ quite a bit. You actually can get this from the list it creates in your database for under TradeStation. It'll bring it in. You can put it in the what do you call it? Radio screen. I added a couple extra ones I need on top. The NQs, the cash, and the ETF. Putting there. Why? I'm looking at this. I'm a student of percent change, and you could see, and if you sort it by market cap, you could see the influence because this is a cap weighted index, and so on and so forth. And of course, good job on Tesla is coming back up, and of course, what's happening with Tesla? They moved it to the recording from Delaware to Texas because Delaware protects the shareholders. Texas is Texas. Okay, I don't think about Texas. Okay, yeah, Texas. So so that was a nice move there by them. I have a friend who's very deeply long in Tesla from like 260, and he's been panicking a little bit. And I told him, at least for now, hold on. This is I think it was yesterday or earlier today that hey, there could be a bounce coming. We didn't know when there's going to be 7%. Don't panic. It's not the end of the world. But take the advantage to be a little bit defensive and make your position smaller. The mistake he had was that he bought he sold other money puts. Okay, you better be very, very smart about what you're doing when you're doing that. And he does. I'm not going to go into details. Yeah, he has history of very big losses. And so, but then maybe that's a little reprieve for him there. This 13 handle move. Anyhow, the bigger item I want to watch is the Nvidia. Look where it is, third one. And by the way, we added these to it since the first time these were shown. We added trade time so we know how active it is. Of course, at nighttime, at 8 p.m., boom, it locks up. You could see, 759s all across the board. Anything else that's running, you could see when they stop trading. Last, obviously. So the index is still it's selling a tad too. Yeah, it's changing. Every time there's a change, there's a change. Now, this is something more important. We have high and lows for the day, but I'm more of a look back over 1 year. So you can see their weekly high and lows. And this is new. I didn't know that. That's what's called under a channel. It shows up. It's a percentage from the top, the last high for the last year. Okay. So you can see, and the color changes on you, so you can see what the moves are. For example, Nvidia, we're down 3% from the high. Does that make sense? Okay. It's very good for you to get a feel about where we are. Anyway, we look at it a few times a day. We may post it, we may not on the screens. It's simple. You can create your own if you want. So, but keep an eye on the components. Again, I was a student of Bertrand Malkiel. If you want to trade NDX, you better understand these and how it's computed. It's not arithmetic average; it's market cap. So, having said that, what else? We gave you guys 2 days of access to the. This was a mistake. To Tiger Shark. We're not selling anything there. It's not going to be a product for subscription. It's a tool for our sister company called Tico Capital Management, which is much bigger than HA in firepower. It was just we were showcasing 10 years of technology development over 10 years because our first OTF which is now called OTF Plus, which was a mainstay of our block trading information, was done in 2014. I lost my dad in mid 2012. A lot of grievances there going on, and then I said, "Farry, wake up! Why don't you bury yourself in your work?" That's how you did put call ratios back in '98 when I lost my mom. And by 2014, we had something working. And this year would be 10 years. We went through OTF, we went through uh, DMZ Plus, Orb, and now Tiger Shark. So all those feed into what Tiger Shark has done and was a celebration of what we have done. 2 days only. We answered some questions, but we also got interrupted by intruders. Every day they would come in on intruders. And 2 cases were very bad. A couple of pornographic stuff posted there, a couple of yelling and shouting. We all refer them to Zoom, and Zoom is taking care of them. You can't do this in the public media. And of course, Zoom knows exactly where you are, what you did. All they have to do is report on their name, and boom. And I'm getting reports on what they're up to. They're going to be doing to them. So just be careful. Don't get into that business. You're going to get marked. So, but I apologize for that. I have no control. Once they were gone, we had to change the link. We changed the link, and really this time they don't put it on Twitter. We just gave it to members only. Yeah, those are packages for us to come in. The 2 days are up, and I'm about to get another backup here, another I-9, because of the pending work that's coming us our way. And also, I've got a few issues because of existing client base that what it has. TCM has. These are small accounts. I'm trying to give them a bon voyage party, give them a trade or two that's good and say bye-bye. I'm having a lot of problems with them. They're trying to give me guilty trips. And Farry, this is a bad for your karma. We were there with you. You just got started. Why are you doing this to us? And I said, listen, no, I'm not doing anything to you. I just raised my minimum. So, because there's 15 accounts you can have anyway under exempt CTA. So you want to stay? Go. But my minimum is no longer 50 or 100 or 250. It's 5 mil. Okay, I'll give you a silo. You can come into that part of our overall, the company's single account, and would be your NAV, net asset value would compute daily, in case you want to withdraw. Withdrawals are only for profits for the first year, and you got to give a 30-day notice. For the principal after first year, same thing, 30-day notice. So actually, no, maybe profits are any time, like a 7-day, whatever. We just don't want to get to market margin calls. Yeah. Anyhow, so of course at that point, pitching about this and that. You know what? I'm no drama Farry. Too busy. Don't have time for this. So that's what I told yesterday to one of the blondes. I said this. No drama Farry. I don't have time. You want to go out on the thing? Valentine's Day, no problem, but don't give me any conditions. I'm not open to conditions. So that's that. What else? So I'm buying a new i9. There's some interesting i9s on Amazon if you're interested. Just do not overpay and don't jump into i11. There's i11 out there, but we're not guinea pigs. With that, hey, Siegfried, how are you, sir? Thanks for all your help, my friend. Hi, Jeff, how are you, sir? So that's where we are with that. Is there anything else to do? Yeah, version 2.1 was shown for Tiger Shark. 2.2, which has got a graphics issue, because I'm telling you, some of this stuff is not even documented. They have some solutions for it at TradeStation. This has to do with how you plot on the screen a condition. Okay, it's not has to do with the algorithm. It has nothing to do with the indicator or the price bar. It actually how you highlight what's happening. Remember, I'm very visual. When you're trading 4 assets, ES, NQ, CL, and the US, which is crude and treasuries, you don't have time. You need to visually see what's going on there. But it also lowers the number of trades you got to take. You just wait for everything to line up. If it does, then it's CL. Okay, we take CL. There's no more trade that day. Fine. You got sausage and other stuff. Fine. That couldn't stop. An hour later, you could have a single ES. Then you take that. So it's just really slowing down over trading, because in size, if you're wrong, you're burning a lot of commissions. So don't go there, as they say. Yeah. Uh, but Siegfried, ticket, it says Tico Capital. Tico Capital sounds like a winner. Well, hold on, easy. He is working for Admiral Tico is not easy, especially now that he reminds you he reminded him of the blondes. Okay, imagine what he does to me. That he says, I got my 5th star. I'm a Fleet Admiral Tico. He was correcting her. So working for him is not easy. Trust me. Anyhow, what else there? So we're gonna do 2.2 this weekend. Oh, we're also doing an update to ORP. That's additional exit, a little fine tuning. Our problem with we have two problems with ORP. We all have to be aware of that. Uh, it's one of them is that sometimes we don't get the setup right. It's not us. It's just the market is not doing that day. Like Wednesdays, it's doing, and you got to think about that. If you ever build a system, you got to think about this. If it's intraday, sometimes you jump up and down. It's not going to happen. Why? That day's sausage day. As an intraday derivative trader, you want change. You have to. You're only going to make money if it changes. If it doesn't change, you're going to sit there and just burn commission and get paranoid and walk away, and the trade could come. So sometimes we can't do anything about it. Those are days we're going to have a loss. Now, what you do is that you try to minimize that judiciously based on whatever algorithm you have. Now, the other ones that we get in, and it's a good trade. The biggest next challenge becomes retention of the profit. This change we are looking at with the retention. Would we have improved some of our exits? We don't know how many. We wouldn't know until we build it and do a back test, because we cannot plan based on anecdotal evidence. We have to look at it statistically, as most of you know that. So, and we usually go a year or 2 years back. Yes, it's a lot of work. But also, what happens in the past, this is a caveat. There's no guarantee it can happen in the future. So there's always a little gamble in there. I try to explain that to my own family members who, when things were hunky dory, never understood, hey, reduce, take some profit out. You don't need to put it, but fine, let us leverage up. No, because one snapback, okay? One snapback, for example, let's go to Tiger to time. You see that snapback? Yeah. If you just kept being long, you should see the emails I was getting Tuesday night. The whole world is standing on you. Why? Because this has been such an easy money, and you kept on doubling or tripling your size. One day you've wiped out maybe a month of profits, and you can't sleep, you can't eat, you get a fight with your partner. It's all kinds of crap. I tell them, I'm not Dr. Phil. Call Dr. Phil, okay? Don't come to me. Read about game theory. Obviously, you forgot. It is a big game. There's no question about it. If everybody knew what's going to happen, this would be a big, big difference. I wouldn't be here. Now, I'm going to talk about that. We're going to come back. I posted a chart about SQ. I don't know if you guys caught it or not on the Twitter. Look what's happening. We're going to talk about it in a bit when we get there. So the change we're doing to ORB is to give us more retention, which is what? Pay some of the commissions, pay some of the losses. Overall picture will improve. That's what we're up. Now, that part is not easy. I understand that. But we start on Saturday. Hopefully we'll have something Monday night, Tuesday night, and then we go. Now, usually I try to make updates like middle of the week, middle of the month, I'm saying. I don't want to do updates at the end of a month. Why? We have to send out password reversion, passport and version control. We have to update 2 of our system houses in Chicago to trade, because one of them, she doesn't even know how to touch this stuff. She's a very good trader in system trading for trade manager. I'm sorry, for TradeStation. He runs a native code. The problem is they're managing something like 200 systems. Okay, not a lot of money, a lot, but it's a lot of work. All the updates and so forth. Where am I getting these? Hold on. So I end up having to use that. So those are at the end of the month. So we try to make our releases middle of the month. Yes, that would mean extra money you have to put in, but at least we're separating from. If you have a potential error, we can get that fixed and go. We don't want to combine that with the authentication and the password issues for end of a month. So that seems to have worked for us. Is there anything else? No, we did some updates to. We had update versions that came in from PlayStation, and now we're running 7.3. Remember, now we're doing this every 2 weeks, so I got a few things to catch up. We're running 73. There's nothing in the queue for update for 74. We have not seen 64-bit. There's still 32-bit. There was a talk we'll see 64-bit by first of the year. With this year, we haven't seen that. But they've fixed some issues we had. As you know, Windows 10 had some issues, and we had some updates from from Microsoft to address that. Now they're in sync. And so maybe now we'll see an update from TradeStation. The 64-bit is a glorious package, but we'll have some issues. Just like, what do you call it, the multi-core. Remember this? Multi-core came in, preferences, desktop. You see this? Yeah, you control how many CPUs you're going to use off your machines. Most of our machines are 16 or 8 core. I think I have an old one that's 4. But and how you find out is right here. You open your what do you call it? This number you're looking for. Logical processors. Okay, and this is a big move, but it took 6 months to get it working. Yes, last year this time, Jesus, you have no idea. Did that impact ORP? You bet you. Are you kidding me? Yeah. There were so many errors there, but in technology, you're going to have some dangers of new stuff. And the only really practical way there's a problem when it fails. It's not going to fail. Hi, Michael, how are you? It won't fail on a code. It fails in operation of that code. Okay? So, and I've been pounding the desk, but every time I've been at TradeStation's headquarters, from top guy to the middle managers, people I deal with it so often based on our issues. That when you guys going to go 64-bit multi-core? Well, finally they heard the first part. Multi-core is a little bit easier, in my opinion, but anyway, but they are working on 64-bit, so that would be glorious. And for that, I want to be running i9s, not i7s. Having said that, is there anything else I need to tell you? No, I think we're good. Why don't we start the webinar? Okay, first thing we always get into is calendar. Okay, big number on Tuesday on CPI. That's really it was just not this month, but also year to date. Okay, I'm saying year over year, trailing 12 months. That blew everybody up. As you recall, Admiral Tico, and of course he's got a PR manager here called Siegfried. We may have to hire you, Siegfried. Came and said what on Twitter? I think as early as mid-December. He says next move in the interest rates are going to be up, not down. This is the chart he posts. And he says, just look at the CIs are doing. You don't have to be a genius. Listen, bond trading is not easy. I was a student for Bosi. The smartest people in the room are always the bond traders. Notes, these are bills, notes, and bonds. Yeah, 5 and 10 is called notes. You gotta be smart to understand all of that. And that's all, and it's all mathematical. That's why it's the 20 times the size of a stock market. That most of people's retirement are in here. Small moves, but big implications. And the market is huge. I got 20 times of the stock market. Why? We owe $34-35 trillion. Hello? Yeah. So, and he said, watch for the CIs. What the CIs are telling you. I kept on hearing from the fundy guys saying, Barry, we got the rates are fine. It's gonna be doing fine. Rates are gonna come down. Look at what's the odds in March. What's the odds in May? Where are they down? Gone. Odds of easing. Gone. Evaporated. You saw in 60 Minutes what the chairman Powell said. Gone. Off the table. Right now, I want somebody come and tell me, do they see? Remember, if you get an election, you're close enough they won't touch anything. So just tell me what my odds are for Q3, because they won't touch it in Q4. So if the CPI, PCE, these cost components stay warm or hotter, because the economy is good, inflation is there. May not be a lot, but it's going to sit there. And the only way you can bring this down. In my humble opinion, is what Paul Volcker did. Up and steady. Raise the rates and hold them. Some people are going to have some hurt, like real estate. So be it. Their values went up too much. Let it come back down. So we'll see. Now, on the what was the chart? I posted a chart. It had to do with. I took it off the screen. The problem here was it's that actually core PC is a little bit higher. No, CPI, core CPI, and I think PC is reported a week from now, or is it 2 weeks from now? So we still got a crucial data to look at. But I think this era is over. This was a very nice honeymoon. Okay, it's over. It's over. We got to see where we're going here. And most likely, if it's going to fail, it's going to be at least to this third level, if not the all-time high. This is the SPR level, support, pivot, and resistance. That's the third one. These are monthlies. Monthly resistance or support or pivots or supports are significant. So I don't see us heading down again before 4.8 on a 30-year, 4.5, let's say, or 4.45 on 10-year. And so more panic is ahead. Yes, it is. Just keep that in mind. And we salute Admiral Tico. Excuse me, Fleet Admiral Tico. As you know, you guys first star. We salute. Here's his one of his character. This character is such a character. Hold on. Here. He wanted to watch CNBC today, right? So I prepared his lunch, which was I made him kebabs from minced bison meat. So he comes in front of me to watch CNBC. Hold on, where did it go? Unbelievable. Okay, that was it. There we go. I'm sitting in Lanai, and CNBC is running. He went inside. I bring it outside. He's right in front of me, watching what's going on. So, another blonde, high maintenance. Another high maintenance blonde. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to our charts. No, I'm sorry. Let's finish our calendar. Yeah, we are. I'm getting. You guys, you have no idea what I go through these days. Work is heavy, and I'm trading only 2 to 3 hours. But I also have to do. My doctor said 45 minutes in the sun. I don't care what you do. I said, how about cancer? Because I don't care. At this point, you need more vitamin D. Forget cancer. You need to be so. It's just between that, walking in, and swimming is just too much. But let's go through these. And of course, I have my yearly calendar, so we can talk from also a calendar day. We can browse through that a little bit. Okay. Jobless claims and retail sales came in today. Here's your retail sales. Came lower. So market was happy. Rates were better a little bit at the margin. And so market was not that happy. So you got to remember the countervailing pressures. Bonds versus improvement in the economy. And they were lower. Okay. That's one. Let's see. We had jobless came normal, no biggie. Okay. Industrial production. I usually like to watch the red reports. Again, came soft. See that? Boom, boom, boom. And it's the cost of interest rates being high, and it's good in long term. We got to crush the inflation, and we're gonna have some victims in between. You know why? Made the bad bets. As I said to one of these people on the CNBC on a private message, I said you should follow Tico. I said you didn't work, follow Tico. You open your mouth there, and 150 million people laughed at you next day because it was what he said. But boom, way off next day. So, but again, we got to make sure we're not moving with the impulsive sentiment. Okay, let's have some data behind it. Okay, again, if you see the softness there, capacity utilization came a little bit lower than last month and a lot lower, not a lot, but even further lower below the consensus. Let's see, what else do we have here coming up? Now these are just greens, so no big deal. I have no idea what this is, housing market index. We seem to make it again. You probably heard me say that we seem to add more indices, just like we do ETFs. Now Friday, tomorrow, big ball game. First of all, what's tomorrow? Anybody have any idea what's tomorrow? Hey JT, how are you, sir? Welcome. Come on, guys. We got at least we have a couple of smart guys here. What's going on? Should we deliver you via email some espresso? That's next. We do some collaboration with Starbucks. Yes, yes. Bravo. There you go. OPEX, exactly. Thank you, Michael and Dennis. Just forget OPEX first. So in the morning, you're gonna have some sort of slowness in the what do you call it? It's in February, so it's the second month of a quarter. It's not as big as next one, but at the morning you're gonna have a slowness into the not slowness, but I mean the futures will trade, but they will settle at the open when SPX SET dollar sign SET, which is a settlement. They'll show up. The way I keep track of it, just a suggestion. Not telling you what to do, but we have it here. Okay, you can see SET right there. Now, today is meaningless, but I'm watching tomorrow for trade time. You see that? Yeah. So I want to see. Yeah, this morning it settled at this, but it's meaningless because nobody trades it. There's no actual settlement. It's just that it's a software that computes 500th opening. Okay. Why is that? It's a backdoor. They're trying to control the outcome. Yeah, of course. The house is going to take care of itself. This is SIBO. They're controlling that, and that's a settlement. So tomorrow, whatever that at that time changes, so it's not 215 actually, because in the morning it's going to show 215. But when it settles around 10ish, could be a little bit sooner, most likely a little bit after. This is too much, 1025. But let's say 1005, this is going to change. 216, that's the value of the settlement of all options. Remember, no future settlement, just options on SMPs. All right. Then, aside from that, that's the OPEX. All right. Then you're gonna have housing starts and PPI. Now, of course, this one too is green. I gotta pay attention to that. So you got two at 8:30, one at 9:30, the settlement itself, the option, and then at 10 you got consumer sentiment. I don't like to trade afternoons or Friday. I'm usually mush, so I got to come in early. Got to take care of these. I know somebody wrote to me saying, "Why are you trading so early?" A member of our orb package, orb member. Why do you do that? I said, "Listen, I'm not trading orb that time, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm not showing you my chart, but you see how the chart does, and it's an offshoot of what we have with OTF. You basically get a feel what I'm doing. But I do it because I'm an opportunistic trader. If somebody's trying to give you money, throw money at you, you're gonna say no. Take the money. It's your trade. You didn't do anything illegal. You just saw an opportunity on the screen. Your signals are working. Go for it. Boom. End of that conversation. So I'm going to be trading early, and then this gives you some fuel. I usually don't want to come in with the prediction. I'm not an economist. Okay. I've had maybe exposed to some of the best economists out there work-wise, both at UCLA and Princeton, but I'm not in that business. My business is watching the pressures on the at a statistical level on the data, and then I would get it. Then I become an odd maker. Do I want to get long? What's my odds and so forth? If it misses a window of mine, I stop. I don't go in. I don't. My biggest problems I'm working on. We all have problems trading. It's called FOMO. I'm slowing down that issue, and that's and two things. One is Tiger Shark is very well built around that concept, plus multiple assets. So I'm not trading one asset and keep on looking for a trade there. No, wait for things to line up. Well, you can sit there 2 hours and there's nothing lined up. Fine, but I've got three other assets. So we did last week. First time we traded live CM, you know, WTI crude oil, FOB Cushing, Oklahoma, and I made 39,000 for a client, and that was his bon voyage. You have no idea what he did to me over the weekend. Complaining. That's it. I said, that's it, buddy. You've been here 2 years. But as I said, I'm going to a mode where I'm trading for large institutional, and don't you want to be happy for me about that? And you always prayed for me and said, get bigger, and I'll be. I said, but right now I can't. I can only have 15 clients under exempt CTA, under CFTC. I can't. I don't change the rules. Go to Washington. Good luck. They haven't done one bill in 14 months or whatever they've been in charge. But go in there and try to change CFTC. When you change it, you come to me. There's nothing else I can do. Sorry. So, but we have tried the CL. Of course, I've tried quite a bit of ES. One of these days, I'll get my courage up and go to US. I have not traded US since 1992. And that was the AI package we wrote, which was a neural net. And things have changed. A lot have changed. As a matter of fact, within a couple of years, the bond market itself has changed because of less borrowing needed under Clinton. Uh, so, uh, which I didn't agree with, but that's what he did. I'm sorry. I didn't agree. He should have bought the B-2 bombers that we were producing. And a bunch of other stuff I'm not going to get into. But I never liked Clinton anyway. But that was him, and they were in charge. So bond market itself has changed. And then we had to gave some money back on the bonds. We retired some bonds. First time in a long history, if only the only time. But since then, we needed to print money because all the mistakes and errors and debt and 9/11 and all sorts of things, mismanagement in Iraq and all that. So we're standing at 34 trillion. So it's a different ballgame. But one of these days, once I've got these more of CL done, I'm going to get there. Housing starts. This is a big number we got to watch. I usually print this out in advance. This is a big number you got to watch to see where that comes. A couple of times have been muted results, but remember, this economy runs on two things, maybe two and a half, but autos and housing. And maybe now, part of it would be Silicon Valley, because everything we do in these two are heavy duty chips in it. I mean, the house I live now, it's a smart house. Everything's on the phone. So that stuff will be coming out to do that. Brand new, and everything's on the phone, and everything is fiber optics. So we got to get there. So maybe two and a half. Housing, auto, and Silicon Valley. So next, come to PPI. That's how I want to share that with you. It was a conversation I had with one of my buddies who used to run. He's retired. We both go to UCLA together at AGSM. Very smart guy. Had a master's in, I think, graduate 1 or 2 at USC, University of Spoiled Children, near downtown LA in Double E. And then he went to Alborz in Tehran, which was a really, really top prep school. I didn't get in because I skipped that year. I skipped a year. I went from 5th grade to 7th grade. You sign up for the 7th grade in June of that month. I didn't get my approval for the 6th until September. So I always wanted to go to Alborz, couldn't go. He's gone to Alborz. Alborz was a missionary school that Americans had in Iran. It's an old school, beautiful, all that. So he's part of that legacy. Very smart guy. Here's what we talked about PPI. I'm trying to qualify you. He managed about $2 billion under UBS on the West Coast, for the West Coast of what I call left coast of US. If he thinks some of the issues we have on CPI should show up here, if we don't, then we jump to PC toward the end of a month. Okay, but otherwise, if this thing come in line somewhere in terms of amount of miss that we had last time, then you're gonna have a massive problem tomorrow night. And remember, Monday we're closed. Okay, Monday is President's Day, so something you want to think about. So I would definitely have this thing printed out tonight, ready, and I want to look at I will look at export and energy month to month, of course, and year to year. I don't care about the top line that much. These two are crucial for me. Now, there's one he also mentioned. I'll check with him tonight. That also again has housing. This doesn't have housing in it, so I don't know where he gets it. Maybe we have to go to who provides this? Is it BLS? Yeah, BLS. There we go. It's a BLS. Okay, we may have to log into BLS, but good luck. Those servers aren't that good. You know why? The whole world is dialing in there to see the raw data. But there's not enough timing futures to figure it out. But I would be looking at that. I'm going to check with them, see how we get it. Yeah, you have to take housing out of this too. But that's biggest stories for this week. He could be even bigger than CPI we had. Now, consumer sentiment, 79, 80, 81. Now, we can't have this number too big. If this number is too big, unfortunately, you can see how activities are. I can't find parking here. Anywhere you go. Last night, I mean not night, but it was like 6 o'clock, 5:30. I came from the gym, stopped by Whole Food, could not park. Could not park. And I'm sure Dennis has been there many, many times. Same thing as also at was City Table. Could not park. Okay, this is right before Valentine's. People are spending. Confidence is up. You saw what happened in last numbers. So uh, we'll see. If this is too high and this our PPI, we have a straight shoot down tomorrow into the bottom. It's going to be a depressing weekend. And you can't do anything about it for 3 days. So heads up tomorrow. Get some rest tonight. No coffee. If you're having coffee, this better be your last cup now, because you're going to be alert in the morning. Again, sorry, I was raised by a very, very fascist father. You do it his way or no way, and he was a military guy, military diplomat plus a fighter jet pilot. So a fighter pilot, and he did not joke around. So now let's go to the following week. Remember, we're doing every 2 weeks, so let's go here. So let's go to 19. I don't have it here to show you on this online. This changes once a week, but I can read for you. Obviously, President Day off on the 19th. Nothing on 20. Wednesday, we have FOMC minutes. Hello, at 2 p.m. Atlanta Fed. Every week we have MBA mortgage app. You saw what happened. I posted it on my Twitter. Let's see. Atlanta Fed minutes. Okay. Thursday. This is 22nd. Jobless claims, as always. Existing home sales. Don't forget. Okay. Then you get, because it's a short week, we're going to have both nat gas and EIA for petroleum, WTI. At 11, Kansas City Fed. That's we'll give a balance sheet. Okay. Then, and nothing on 23rd. Let's go after that, because next time we meet is 28th. New home sales on Monday, 26th. Dallas Fed. I don't know what the estimates are. They wouldn't even have it now because it'd get closer. Those consensus opinions are formulated. Don't forget 27th, Tuesday, Case Shiller for homes. Durable goods, oh mama. Consumer confidence, Richmond Fed. Okay. Then 28th, Wednesday, which is the day of our webinar next week. But this is the morning. GDP Q4 second estimate. Okay. International trade against MBA and all that. 29th, last day of the leap year we have. This is February, every fourth year. Personal income and outlay. That's the PCE. You better not miss this one. Hello. 29th of Thursday of February. Chicago PMI, pending home sales, nat gas. Again, the key item is personal income and outlays. Don't forget that. 29th. And then the first, which would be right there, would be ISM, manufacturing, and construction. Yeah. And again, consumer sentiment. Anyhow, so you can see the big days. 29th, 28th, 27th. Okay? That's 2 weeks from now. Next week should be pretty light. Other than existing home sales on 22nd. Yeah. And this week is almost done. Yeah, tomorrow basically is a PPI. I'll be good there. I urge you to get some sort of a data source so you can see the calendar forward, above and beyond what's in front of us for this week. So, all right, are we good here? All right, let's go to charts. Part 3. Sorry, I've got a. Oh, let me do this. Hold on. I'm logged in on the wrong account for that data. We did come back on our data feeds a little bit because we were having too much data. And you know what? They pay some of it, we pay some of it at TradeStation. And I felt that, hey, let's you don't need data on every login of the same data. So and because I'm a professional, I'm classified as professional thanks to NYC and CME. They robbed me of. They robbed them too. TradeStation too. Oh, we have to pay. Yeah, it's fairly high. To alleviate that problem, I offered and they accepted that. Hey, why don't we go in there and take extra stuff off? Most of it I use ES and NQ. But now we've added CL, we have US, and when you're a professional standing with them, the US and CL are expensive, especially when level 3s. What we're doing with Tiger Shark is not done, but vanilla data. It doesn't happen. We look into the order flow. Okay. My own cousin comes to me and says, "Why can't you tell me how's that done?" I said, "You're not authorized." He goes, "What do you mean? I'll pay for it." I said, "No, no, no. What I get is tied to my login." Okay. If they don't feel this is what you need to have, and why you wanting this, it's a lot of data. They don't want to give it to everybody, and it's a lot. Level 3 is a lot of data, and they're not going to authorize you as much as you want to. Plus, then you need the algorithm, but they don't have the algorithm. You have to develop it. How long is it going to take me? I said, I don't know. I mean, you've worked on one indicator 4 years now. Judging based on that, I don't know, forever. By the time, maybe 10 years from now, he's working on one indicator for 4 years. I tell him, and he's got money. He's paid off his condo. He lives in Canada. I said, you know what? Maybe just go be Uber. Forget about this. This is not working for you. Well, Faye, I think I can do it. I said, listen, I've known you since you were a kid. You're good at math and physics. But when it comes to this stuff, you're having a problem because he wants everything exact. Biggest problem most people have. This is it's a behavioral science. It's not engineering. Big difference. Anyhow, but we pay through the roof for data, so we've cut back. Here's what I was going to show you, which wasn't showing up, and I want to be in sequence when we get there. There we go. I want to get these in front of you. Okay, now we're full. So let's start our charts. Timer chart. Massive gap down. And I think we're down 250 points. First bar that the CPI came out on Tuesday. Some said that was a buy signal. I don't know. I don't know why we were getting buy signals up here. We'll see. But the last 2 days, we've come back quite a bit. We're almost back to 5,000. You know what? I would love to see the M. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go there, and let's even go above it with the dragging down of the indicators. The indicators are not there. This is all bearish divergence. So, I mean, it was a bearish divergence before Tuesday. Okay, so you can see, look at this level. Yeah, this is Monday. If that's not a bearish divergence, I don't know what it is. So somewhere in here was predictable something was coming. Obviously, we don't know which, and you guys see the timestamp. So, it's like put call ratios. You would see the pressure build up, but you don't know when that's going to break. You don't know when the panic will set in. And I'm not in that business. We can't predict that. We just knew something was coming. We often had that issue with CNBC. I would tell them, you're the journalist. Go figure it out. I'm telling you something's coming for this name from that direction. I can't spoon feed you. Like you're not George W. You need to come figure this out. What was it? Ann Richards that said he was fed with a silver spoon. Yeah. So he was born with silver spoon in his mouth. Yeah. Ann Richards was a former governor of, I think, Texas. Anyhow, very flat here on the CIs. Very flat. We're momentum-wise, we're going nowhere fast, and this one is not there. So I actually don't mind this thing going a little bit higher because I want to get one more trade out of this on the downside. And then I think we could drop. The problem is I don't think we're going to drop a lot. Why? We need something to change. As I said, maybe when NVIDIA pukes. Now, they report next week, their earnings. They're juiced up. We're going to talk about that too. This is a very, very... I have a dear friend. She has 80% NVIDIA, but she doesn't listen. So, I'm not telling you what to do or not to do, but she won't listen anyway. Why waste your breath? This is NVIDIA. If that's not parabolic, I don't know what is. Okay? And we closed down a little bit today, but you could see even on a daily basis what this does. We're still +1, +2. Now, we'll go through top 10 shortly, but you could see this is not it yet. But when this thing pukes, remember, right now, it's this is top 40. It's number 3 now, right? It's after Apple. It's after Microsoft and Apple. NVIDIA, yeah. I had a friend here who passed away. He ran investment banking for aerospace, for defense at Jefferies. Dave Bax, very, very sharp cookie, very sharp cookie. But also he would trade big. Every night he would set up $1 million insurance operation. Think of it, on paper, at night, and will cover by 4 p.m. next day. Very, very stressful work. Okay. And a little bit overweight, and one day, boom, unfortunately. Didn't take care of himself. And that's what when I talked to his wife, that's what they would say. Lived next door to Ray Dahlia, the one who runs Bridgewater in Stanford. Very nice guy. What do you call it? Very nice guy. I mean, when the airport hit here, he says, "Hey, I have a standby jet to come and pick you up, Antico." I said, "No, we're not doing that." Because Ferry, you need to get out of there. You have no idea. He was right. We had no. Still, you tell me. We had what? 11 days no power. Yeah. So very nice guy, but and he was. Why would bring him up? I think Nvidia was like 140, 130. He says, "Ferry, you gotta buy Nvidia." I said, "Based on what?" He goes, "This stock is gonna go places." I look what it's done. Of all the names I've looked at, nothing did. Of course, we dropped here first. He and I were talking would be in this area. Okay? And he was doing about 100. Yeah, 120. We dipped down, went up, but look at this. Came back. Again, retest, I think 130, 140. And look what it's done. My problem was not any of these. My problem is this. By the way, Druckenmiller, Stanley Druckenmiller, which I gave a presentation to. Indirectly, not myself. I prepared it. I sent it in. The chief trader for Source for years. He just filed his 13Fs. One of the biggest positions he was in was calls on Nvidia. Now he made a killing. He made a killing. This is the guy who took Bank of England to his knees in one day. So yeah, it was just somewhere I read. So let's move on. So okay, we had a big volume there. Yes, it is. You actually want the reverse of this. So we're not there yet. Yeah, for the bottom to be in, you want the second. We want the inverse of that. Biggest spike first, like this. Biggest spike and then lower and nearby. Not 5 years ago or 6 months ago. No, nearby. So maybe we'll get one after the drop, and that will be a low. With the low being bigger in terms of change versus this up and down ratio. We hit quite a bit. We hit at one point, we had 93. If you go to here, up and down volume, and I'm going back and forth. Here's this. We had not seen a negative 95 or 96. I think around here was 96. 95.80, say 96. Hello. We had not seen that in months and months. So back to here. We do need a spike, but we'll be down. Probably next week sometime. It won't be this bad, and but the drop will be big. Could be by Nvidia. If Nvidia is juiced up and they don't miss, but they don't they missed the whisper line. Okay, the whisper number. If they miss the whisper number, which not a lot of people pay attention to, then we could be set up for that, and then that would be a decent buy. Not right now. Right now, to me, you want to be long and short should be intraday, use high leverage, and short time frame on the target. You gotta trade. You gotta trade like if you were SEAL Team 6. Okay, that you're gonna come in on a target, heavy lethality, and you loiter for a short period of time, and then you bail. I traded 3 accounts today. I was very lucky. I did good. I'm thankful to the masters of the universe, masters of this market. But I was there at a total of less than an hour. If you add all the positions I took for each account, put them together, it was less than an hour was in the market. Now, I was still around the machines. Okay, the only exception was I took Tick out for a walk. But we gotta be careful right now. Equal weighted. Okay, this equal weighted by itself. This is a symbol. That's the symbol. And let me close this. This bothers me. Yeah. Sorry. I don't. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay. Begin to come back up. Fine. Here's what really matters. Look at the ratios. Yeah. You see the drop down? What did I tell you guys a week ago or 2 weeks ago? Yeah. I said we're not done yet. We were about this area. Look what's that. It made a new low coming in. So now I need to understand this more. This is just new because we have to write the routine to compute that ratio and then give us all-time high and low. As you see this, all-time high ratios between the two, between the cap weighted, between the equal weighted and cap weighted. So you could see, for example, this one went to a new high. Okay, hold on, let me fix this for a second. I don't like the way I see that. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, give me some space. I want to see what I'm doing. Same thing here, quickly. Okay, there you go. All right, so, and those are Bollinger Bands, standard 2 deviation up and down, 20-day center for 0.6. Okay, so that ratio, we really pushed it down again. Good highs are up here, not down here. So we'll see where we're heading here. Although I don't know, I'm new with this, so I don't have a lot of live experience. The key is now to making a guess, not what happened in the past. Anybody can explain. Oh, I would have bought here. No. What are you going to do now? Give me a real time setup. Now we were up pretty strong. You can see where we were also on the Tuesday. Tuesday at this point, I think we were down at some point 700 points, if I remember it right. Okay. This doesn't look good. This is not good. This is not good. It's all we did. So that's transportation. Here's your Russell. Russell is doing better because the rates have changed somewhat, and they do better the small caps. But transportation says, I'm not too excited about S&P. See that? Yeah. As a matter of fact, CI is negative. See that? CI is negative. Why is it important? Because these are zero lag. It's readjusting itself. It's resetting itself to give you a better indication of the direction. We had almost a 6 sigma here. Remember, that's 4. This dash line is a 4. That's 4. Center line, 3 sig, 4 sig. We're almost at 6. So some people are saying maybe that was a buy. Okay. Can't rule that out. This is a good signal there. But time will tell. Time will tell. Nasdaq wasn't that good. S&P was oversold better. Okay. Oh. All right, favorite subject. Excuse me. Bonds, and more bonds. That's, by the way, just milk. Milk is good for you, especially raw milk. I drink raw milk. So that's to refresh, and you have to bring it in the canister with ice in it. And temperature's coming, so it's gonna be more dangerous. Okay, that's today bars, that little bars. So we pulled back somewhat. We did not pull back much on yesterday, on Wednesday. Obviously, Tuesday was a jump. And again, the big move was on 10-year. What's 10-year? Real estate. So you go out and figure what's going on. Yeah. Again, look where the CIs are heading. Now, once they get to 25 area, I'd say probably we're overdone. This one really went up there. So that's went up to 29. Yeah, okay. These are all standards. The reason there's a space is because of is plotting the indicator itself. Okay, so that's why the lines are lower. But the lines are because trade session plots of data plus indicator. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, data plus indicator. So plotting indicator a little bit up, it'll change. But the scale is the same. Up to 25 up to negative 25 down. What this is telling us is we're still on the mode to go up, not down. And any of this stuff coming up on the calendar could do that without exogenous news. That we cannot tell. We don't know what happens with Putin or other stuff. We just don't know. Okay, let's do our count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's 8-0. As you know, we came up with this in a while. It works most of the time. Nothing's going to work all the time. But 8-0, that says we're kind of stretched. Most likely the next move is down. Now the move down, nothing went down. Look at that. Usually the 50 bars go first, right at 200. It's a detrender. Detrender is the difference between price and the two moving averages. The first moving average would be here, the 50, which is cyan. You notice we use the same colors for all of our charts. Why? Ease of learning, ease of retention. And then here's your 200 day. So 8-0, that means, okay, guys, next move is down, not up. So we'll see. SP1 Momo. Okay. We did go up a little bit on the 52 weeks. Okay. The 52 weeks on the downside did not go up. So that was not a big down at all. That was not a buy signal. This is a sell signal. As a matter of fact, it started here. Look where that is. Yeah. Now, we went up here. The drop came. We have not set one up yet for that. Maybe this would be, or this was too early. You know, right now it's still staying strong. And here's your weekly, kind of clustered. Yeah, now let's go to SP1 Momo. This is a black box. Takes a bunch of inputs from SPX. As you know, SPX has the biggest number of internals. So it's a black box of series of internals. We have not changed this since 2008. If it's any good, it better stand the test of time. I think we all agree on that. So, where we are now, it's plus 2 sigma, 2 standard deviation, and up, 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 up. All right. Now look at divergence. See that? This peaked here. This peaked there. And system though. This was the highest momentum of all those internals, but they're much shorter time. Look where it is now. Yes, we're coming up, but look at that trend line. It's a trend line on the indicator. I realize that. It's kind of compounded problem. But all of this time, it has said no. And we start going higher. One time is not going to. And that is coming. I don't know when. No, I wish it, but you know, that white again still kept my short and through all this pain. This is what I see. So, because once it drops, there won't be enough time for you to run for the hills. I will put a trade on. I will. Yeah, trust me. But remember, I'm an opportunistic trader. I don't work on quota. I look at what's called event driven. Read the Peter Mueller, head of event trading at Morgan Stanley, for the what they call it, the prop trade. So it's a net equity of the company. It's not client money. It's not brokers are not allowed on that floor. 6/12/1585 building. And yes, he's a Princeton graduate too. Very, very smart guy. One of the smartest guys I've met in Wall Street. This guy only trades on based on events. So he waits forever. Of course, in that position you can't. Yeah. But when he comes in, it's size, serious size. Okay, here's our data now. This data just came in for SQ. Obviously, SQ is computed one time a day after the close, and there's no high and low. If you put your cursor there, for today, you can see the values are the same. I'm saying down here. Yeah, not. If you go there, you could see values are all the same. Okay, it hit over. It's slightly above the all-time high. All-time was 170.55. Prior to that was let me go there. Hold on. It was 170.55 there, but here what we hit there was 170. Huh? This doesn't make sense. Hold on. I think it's 48 something. Yeah, because that's the new one. That's the new one. Hold on. We can do it another way. Hold on. Let me go back a week. Let's cut off a day for 1 week of it. We can do that. Okay. So I'm sorry to do this, but I want to know what it was. Sorry. Let's take a week out. We'll bring it right back. Don't worry. Okay. 170.13. That's it. We have been seeing at 170.13 for a number of years. Last time we hit here was December 19, I believe, or 14, I forget. Was December of 2019. I was out of the country over the New Year. I think so. Yeah. So I come back, and one of my in the chat room says, "What's this? What are you talking about?" I said, "COVID." He said, I don't know what that is. Somebody jumped in and says, private message me. He says, I have a brother at Goldman. Maybe he knows. You want me to put him in touch? I said, sure. I would love that. He sent me a new guy at CDC, and this was like, what do you call it? Remember Deep Throat in all the presidents, man? Yeah. I was supposed to call once, and don't overstay my welcome, and don't ask too many questions. So I call him. He takes the call. He says, oh, it's you. Yeah. And I had a code name. Yeah. I wasn't saying I'm very empty. But if it matched, he would do. I said, I'm sorry. Okay. And then he goes, what do you want to know? I said, what does this mean? What's going on? What's wrong? And he goes, listen, I'm going to tell you 2 words. I'm going to hang up. I said, okay. What are the 2 words? He goes, chemical reagents, and hangs up. I called back. He goes, what? It's you again. I said, I'm like herpes. I never go away. Okay? Tell me what the hell this means. What is chemical reagent? He goes, I'll give you a story. We don't make it here. Where do we make it? Because that's needed for testing. We make it in India, mainly in China, but some in India. And I said, I hang up now. Yeah, I knew what I wanted. We can't test. We're done. Forget vaccines, all that. We can't test. We can't even tell who's got it, who doesn't. Let's sell everything, raise some cash, then wait for the market. We went short on the 12th of February. You can check with Dennis. He knows the rest of the story. 17 or no, 16, I think. The day after tax, maybe 15 or 16 was the high at 29,000. During that day, anybody who was in that trade called me and told me, you're dumb, you're stupid, maybe you should go back. My own sister said, Farry, you're ruining your family. I said, what do you want me to do? Go join Uber? He goes, no, I can't believe you did this. I said, well, I can take you out. No. Give me a day or two. On the third day or fourth day, we rolled. We're down 38% in 5 weeks. That's why I became time of a decade, because down there I changed. Why? Persian New Year, spring equinox, because the weight of the distance and the way the planets are, it impacts our brain. Often you're going to see changes in spring equinox and fall equinox, which is, I believe, September 21st. My goal, that was a Friday. On the webinar, I say that we're looking for, it's not a webinar case on YouTube. We're looking for 20th plus or minus one business day. That was a Friday. That was the New Year. You know what? And 18,000. Why 18,000? I said the day Trump came in, won the election against Clinton. Why that? I said, they're going to slap him. Everyone's going to slap him, you idiots. You see what you did to us? By taking $1 million he wanted to save, or $1.5 million from the Office of Pandemics, he cut that budget. Why? Because of tax cuts. So that was damage one. Damage two was how much we had to borrow after that. Because the following month, in April, we had 20 million layoffs. Look at jobless claims. It's not my data. It's BLS data. It's the government data of the government in charge. So if you go back, you'd see what that did. Now the window of this and the good one prior to that, again, very high level, high readings on sigma levels. That happens. The one prior to that was in, I believe in 2018, must have been August or late August. And I give it usually 6 weeks to 1 quarter, 6 to 12 weeks, between not before 6 and not after 12. This, if it's going to happen, it's going to be in that window. And you saw what happened. We start shorting in October, shorted in November, and then December just broke. Damn broke. And I covered Christmas Eve. I remember it was Christmas dinner. I hang out here a bunch of Romans, and this is they have their 6 or 7 fishes. I think that you got to be there. You can't get late, and it's like 6 hour dinner. I'm going there. We're trying to cover our positions. So that was the biggest drop. Between that and the following year, that's how it became time of a decade. Actually, 2 trades were huge, but as you can see on the chart, it was so strong, it rolled over. So is this one of those? I don't know. We'll know it is in our rear view mirror. But this is a warning enough to say, if something goes wrong, let's say NVIDIA pukes. Why? You push it up so much. They have everybody is brother in. Everybody is in. Are you all in? Yeah. Then that could happen. For example, day or two after the earnings come, everybody is in. That's what. Or let's say Putin marches into Poland. I don't know what that news is going to be. Again, don't hold me to that. That's not my job. I'm not a journalist. I look at statistical anomalies. That's all I've been trained for. Okay, I've done a little bit of work on aerospace, but if what I'm looking at is correct on this chart, SQ, we have event coming. Now, it could be also CMBSs. I mean, I can list them probably tonight. Because I just noticed this happened. Is it Tuesday there? No, yeah, it looks like a Tuesday. It was right. Yeah, Tuesday. So, of course, it closes down. I'm sorry. It takes an end of the day report. So I didn't even notice it until yesterday. Today I start posting it. Um, but I'm going to write down some scenarios. What could happen? Well, it's going to be something big. Maybe it's a government shutdown. Okay, Putin. Problem with Iran. Crude oil spiking. Uh, Nvidia. Uh, Craziness with Trump. Maybe he'll be indicted several places. We got crazy people with a lot of arms. Maybe they're pouring through the streets. Well, I don't know what it's going to be, or maybe more than one of them. And so, next 90 days, I would be careful. I would be very careful because once it starts, it's very hard to hold it. It's the sheep that's getting slaughtered. So it's going to be a circular move downward. Always has so far. I've been watching this since 2008 by invitation of SIBO. Yeah. The product development side, I knew them through other things I've done. Also, Admiral Esposito was a big entree for me in time I wanted to deal with Chicago. Either CME or SIBO. You just would watch it. You didn't understand the math, I did. But you understood that I'm honest guy up front. I kick ass. I don't. Uh, I don't mess around with anybody. They gotta be up front and let me learn. And so with SIBO, we had already established that. This was a thing at the second item that I went in, and they really help you with SKU. Now, the data I have here is only when it went live. What we would do look at before back then was backtest. It was theoretical. Now they have this as computes every day after the close. Pay attention. Obviously, follow us on Twitter. Okay, follow Admiral Tico. If you don't know how to follow Admiral Tico, get hold of Siegfried. He'll take care of that for you. Yep. All right, let's go here. All right, here we go. Okay. Yes, that was a low in this context. Yes, it didn't get to zero, but you see the spike. You see the spike that day. That's ES. And now, one caveat: we had to roll this over. Okay, so that day I had the wrong spread. Why? The expiration was yesterday of the G contract, February. But you have to look at volume, and the G contract stopped trading this morning. No, yesterday morning. Yeah, yesterday morning. Last trade was allowed the Tuesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday night. So, but all big money, big boys. They roll over last Friday. I had not done so. I just haven't. So, listen, I'm in a lot of big stuff, and this stuff I could get to. These are more mechanical, but unfortunately, I did not. We're still looking at the couple of those changes we're trying to do, and so my fault. But anyhow, so when I first look at it during this happening, this chart was there, no question. That's once in 3 months. But this is 30-day, 60-day. I'm sorry, 90-day spread, 3 months spread. So you got to anchor it for the active contract. There was no activity much left in the February contract. Now it's right, and you've seen me many times here. That's one of the first thing I do. Just make sure I'm correct. Yes, there you go. That's your March and that's your June. Boom, boom, good. So that's what we have. It did not get to zero. Zero says bottom. We got very close. Okay, I will make a guess here. Maybe educated or uneducated. You can judge me later. When my data comes. Now, the low we got to see that's meaningful is going to be positive. See the scale? It'll be positive. Every time I've used this, the low came in when it's positive, not it's negative. And when it gets around 3, it's the top. So we're not there either one. 3, 3.5, then you get the top. Now, that would be subjective, obviously, a little bit. We can tell from the direction. Are we putting a top in or not? Right now, we're still going up. This was a very good tradable low, but not the low. So now here's getting better data. This is the stock car side, probably the best trend following momentum indicator until I came up with CI. And I've heard like my cousin say, I got something like your CI. I said, you don't. You don't, because you don't put the time in. You don't have the education I have on this subject. This. No, you're not. You don't. You're process control. I did physics and math. No, he doesn't. But here's another proof. Okay, we're hitting down to the what do you call it? We're heading to a rendezvous point. This is telling me we're not going up. We're just going to have a hiccup shortly because the lows are put down here. We just made a high here. Turn around, but look where they are. First one is in. The other two has to catch up with it. That's what we call a rendezvous. We're not there. Now, let's go here. SP2. SP2 has not made the low below here. The last low it had was here. So what you saw Tuesday was not the low. Okay? Drink some coffee, wake up. It's not the low. You can tell yourself that because you're too long. If you think that was a low here, this low. No, you don't get lows around 45s. You're too long, and you're on hopium now. Get rid of the hopium. Okay, trade what you see, not what you think. Oh, by the way, that's what I forgot. Hold on. Yeah, let me see what we have here. Trade what you think. Nope, there we go. We're giving these out. We're making polo shirts that are coming for the members. There's no charge. We're not gonna. Well, it's not available for sale. It's given to members. It's a white female cotton polo, Brooks Brothers quality. First one is going to go to Siegfried. But trade what you see, not what you think. This tells me that's not the low yet. Oh no. If you're going to find a good low, better be in the around 20 area. Okay? We're not even, this was 25. These are good lows. And I would love the second one. I like to buy the W and sell the M. Okay? Yeah, it's the second one that goes up without the Momo. You see that? See that? You go up without the Momo. Look at this one. Look what this one was. Look, you see where it was? That low. Those are the ones you sell and it goes. So especially for swing trades, who you holding, not doing intraday, you're doing several end of the days. Okay. We came back up around 81s here on a up and down volume ratio. As you know, I post along with Norseman, and you want to follow these guys. Okay, they're good. On especially Walter Deemer. Let me go here. And Admiral Tico is part of that. This is a gang. These guys are part of the same gang together. Hold on. There you go. See that? You want to follow Norseman and Walter Deemer. This other fellow, Marketil, I forget his name. He's an Asian fellow. But these two are heavy duty guys. And of course, we post the charts. And here, you want to read this one. You want to read this book. Pamphlet. By Paul Desmond. Bless his soul. One of the smartest guy I knew at Lowry. And he ran for years. But so if you get a chance to get there, you'll see. We do this once a day, every other day, depending how busy we are. Okay. Yeah. This is part of the PMT, by the way. The Admiral Tico. He does all of our charts for us. As you know, I recently he got promoted. Hello. Where is it? No. That's New Year. There we go. Fleet Admiral Tico. Okay. Yeah. There you go. I think read February 1st. Yeah. So he got promoted. Fifth. He's a fifth. What do you call it? Not 5-star admiral in the Navy. After Leahy King, I don't know what exactly they did. They were, I think, World War One. And Nimitz and Halsey, if you saw the movie, what was it? In I forgot. AF1 was it? Yeah. The islands in the Pacific. They saved that. So now Tico is one of them. He thinks he's getting to his head, by the way. But anyhow, take a look at that. You see the levels. By the way, the trick is these are computed properly. That's all it is. Nothing fancy. On the top, it's the up volume divided by same denominator, which is up plus down. Eliminate the no change. You don't care about volume of no change. Okay. Now that is changing throughout the day. I realize that. So we time slices for every 30 minutes. And then when it goes below this, it's the other side. It's a down volume. So down here was down volume divided by same ratio. Again, not counting unchanged volume. And today was this. So this was, while this was notable, this was 81 is not. You might be above 90 or below 90. Okay. We just also, they talk about this one. They talk about the ES. We also want to see similar values I'm sorry, similar charts for related NDX and Russell. Let's go here. This is not my work. Here he goes into a buy. Jesus. Okay. This is done by Peter Green, one of the smartest guys I have seen to understand my work, by the way. Okay. What I've done, I'm going to tell you, what I've done is not easily understood by most people. Not because it's good or not. No, I don't care about it's good. It's complex. Let's be upfront with it. And he makes it good because he understands it. Okay. What's going on the OTF and all, he's been good, very good. This is the work of him, Peter Green. There are some webinars of him. I urge you guys to watch it. We sequentially put them on Twitter. And he's got the biggest hits on YouTube we have for our products, I should say. And this is his work, which is called Buying Power Index, another work of Larry. And he was grateful to let me have a copy to work with. So we're long S&Ps, shorting mid caps. That's a mid cap. Just went long Russell. We've been long for what do you call it? That's Nasdaq. Now, obviously, the area of concern should be at sigma level. Those are two sigmas. Those are Bollinger Bands, the standard Bollinger Bands. Okay, but this one runs his strategy actually, and that's why it marks the screen. He does not take the short trades. He only takes the long trades. So he just got long tonight. Chart-wise, I assume he did. I wasn't there. He didn't mention the chart, but he usually does. At the end of the day, he'll just before, like 20 minutes to go, half an hour to go, start talking about what he's going to do to keep overnight. A lot of times he's out next day. Not Tora, no. What was the island in? Hold on, now you got me going. No, Tora was a movie. Yes, Midway. Yeah, Midway. That was it. They saved Midway. Yeah, so that's my argument with Tico. They saved Midway. What do you have done? So, all right, okay. This was a signal for us that was really high on Tuesday. This is he did a special on Nations. Nations is a website that does very, very interesting volatility tools. We just overlay our Sigma channels over it, and we count where we are. This is like because that's a fourth Sigma, right? The dash is fourth Sigma. So I'm suspecting we're at least 6 Sigma. Okay, so we expected this to pull back for a time being, and it has. It's just not where it usually is the bottom yet. Okay, so we'll see. But this was he actually talked about this live near the close because he does a sweep of all of these at near the close of all his indicators. Very, very eclectic trader, quite a bit of knowledge. Oh my God, he talked about something today about Galloway, the guy from Stern Business School, Scott Galloway. I urge you guys to read about the most potential number of years in jail Trump will get as a business school guy, yeah. And so, I mean, eclectic, completely off base. That's not something you look at, but he brought it up. So, and I think he used to be a Trump follower, but with all these revelations, I don't blame him. What is that? That's overnight. Forget that. Those are PMTs. We don't have a position. That's a swing. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's put the following up. Let me close this. Open it here. Actually, I feel sorry for Trump, beginning to, because not just he's dumb, but he's listening to even dumber people like that Alina. How about whatever? What a bimbo. Yeah, just after. She's gonna probably lose her license. Yeah, she did a number of mistakes in his case. Yeah, and so it's there got to be some legal hearing on her. Okay, here we go. So let me bring this up on this end. I'm going to close the quotes for a second so I can run through the charts, and then I'll take your questions. Okay? What time is it? 5:53. Not bad. Oh, 5:53. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's go to swing. Okay. First 9. Again, we're going to market cap. Microsoft. Again, jot down your names you want me to look at. I'll get to them. I haven't closed it. I just lowered it so I can see it. See the charts. Okay. Microsoft. Great company, but watch it. See that? On the weekly, what's happening with the weekly? Yeah. So And there we go. Yeah. Uh, I think Microsoft probably is the least to drop. What? What? Hey, dividend is good. Companies everywhere. It's in all of the S&P 500 names. Okay, and a lot of retail in your homes and so forth. So it's hard to get these guys in trouble. Plus, now they have AI. This is the AI issue. This 6 months. So, uh, yeah. So and there's also widely held, just like Apple, widely held. A lot of big firms, what do you call it? Trading firms, pensions, insurance companies are holding it. So I'm not that worried about Microsoft. But I'll tell you what I get worried. 387, 388. Any of these names, we go to a 50 bar, be careful. Okay? Why? Because if you're working for, let's say, Putnam or Fidelity, you're going to get called in. Come and explain to me why you held. So you're going to see around that number. So you're going to see some selling happen right there. Because they start getting nervous. That's Microsoft. Okay, Apple. This is a different problem. Yeah. I think the stock is under pressure. Probably at some point it would be interesting to buy, but we're already below 50. We're at 200. And here's the two times more it has done that. The fact that it showed up third time, most likely it's going to be missed. Yeah. Target 175. Target 175. Third Sigma. If we don't go past third on individuals, so that's usually, and that's a big market cap. Here comes Nvidia. Now it's down 9 points as of now. You see that? That's mark to market. This is trading. This is end of the day. That's now. Okay. Yeah. Again. This is the one that when it loses, it's gonna lose big. I don't know why, but there's gonna be something they missed. Most likely, the scenario would be while we're not gonna be on next week. You gotta keep note of this. They'll juice this up. The whisper number is gonna be missed, and then there's gonna be a selling like you've never seen. I hope I'm wrong because I don't want the signal to come that early. Okay. For the SQ, this is early. Would I buy here? No. Will I sell here? No. What if I'm wrong? Yeah, no. You can't sell here. This is a tough position to be in. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh, hi, Cash. I didn't know you were here. Bravo. So I would be careful. Okay. All right. Google. Now I understand this is a big thing, right? That is done another 3 points. I forgot what I read on Google today was. Um, that the videos ahead of them. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Because remember, they're both on wrong. I mean, I'm saying unusual. Unusual, I'm saying, not wrong. Google, wrong. NVIDIA, correct. That combo pushed them up. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, Google. Again, Reg FT, full disclosure. Good friends used to run the cloud over there. Another good friend who is not longer with them, who was the third largest shareholder. Uh, so I have owned Google through options. I've lost a lot of money with them, but one time I made 3,000%. No, yeah, 3,000%, 30x in 12 minutes. I'm not gonna do that again. That was very, very lucky. As Gil Caffrey says, excellence is repeatability. That's not repeatable. Absolutely not, because everybody was smoking something, including yours truly. I don't know what I was thinking, but I put a trade on, not even thinking. I put a trade up that was 100 spread from here. 100 points up. I'm saying 3 sigma up, then go 100 points long in the spread. Now, why? That was the only spread I could find. I had like 12 minutes. So, and people were screaming at me, give me a trade, give me a trade. You know, the broker in PTI was telling me, Farry, when's your trade's going to come out? We're closing. I said, I'm doing a lot of trades. To do a lot of trades, it's going to be last 5 minutes. Well, we can't execute it. I said, then shut up. You know, don't bug me. Let me finish it. And the trade came. And it went boom. Yeah. We're not going to do that again. Trust me. So, and this chart pattern. Back, this is October 2013. Go back to the charts for back then. This is not going to happen here. 2013 is right here. See this area? Yeah, we're in this area. Totally different than now. This fiasco. This could be a great M. Yeah, I'm not too excited about the Google. I would probably nibble on some puts. Nibble on some puts. Yeah. Google isn't what it used to be. Yeah, in my opinion. But. Okay, Amazon. What's that? Oh, the future's open. Yeah, yeah. We're up 43. Okay. Here's your Amazon. It's having a little bit of a second thoughts after that gap up. I think at 164, I would be worried if I'm long. At 155, I want to be short. 156, I want to be short. The 50 bar. Okay. Again, you don't want to touch this either. Be careful. Yeah. Let's go to Meta. No, that's a different problem. Huh? Meta. There we go. All right, Meta. Yeah. That's another one you probably want to take a nibble on the short side, but not now. Not now. Not now. No, no. It should be on your waiting list. Obviously, big difference. And this was because of dividend. They never paid a dividend. It was after everybody make fun of him on the TV on the hearings, and he didn't care. He basically didn't. They didn't know what he had in his pocket. Next day, they did the dividend and the buyback. Woof! The shorts got fried a couple of times in a row. Yeah, it's like making a fries and dipping it into another French fries maker. Yeah, another bath of hot oil. They were done. Don't want to go short here. Long is too late. This chart has to change. But in case we start a downward move, this is probably most susceptible. Well, somewhat susceptible. I can't say that. Remember, they're getting dividend now. That's different. It's a totally different ballgame. For us to trade the shares properly, we need to have this thing go for a while, maybe for 1 year. Then we know the effect of dividend. Yeah, right now it's way too early. This changed the ballgame. So all techs have done that. That they all of a sudden want to pay. Go back with what happened with what do you call it? With Microsoft. What the hell is there? Huh? Why am I? Oh, I see. Oh, this is a backlog. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Why are we not doing this right, dude? 25 years. Oh. I said, didn't have. This doesn't make sense. We get that one not here. Okay, something is off here. I gotta go and look at it. I don't know why. It shouldn't stop here if you have data. What's wrong here? I can't tell. I'll look at it. Let me make a note. Or may have traces. Take a look, see what their data looks like. Maybe there's an error there. I don't know. Hold on. If I go there. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So this is Meta monthly. Okay. I'm good. All right. So yeah. Tesla. May not be a bad time to buy a little Tesla. May not be a bad time to buy a little Tesla because of this. See that? And you see the volume down there? Classical. So you may want to take a look at that. Reg FT, I have a friend who's very heavy into this. From where? From La La Land, from here. I've told him, you're a Roman. You're not going to be good at this. Friendly way. He's a good friend of mine. He's my buddy. He goes, why do you say that? I said, since when do you know how to do options? I don't know that you'd be losing your ass every year. Because how do you know? I said, you told me yourself. You don't remember. He sold in the money put. Okay? And the stock went down, not up. So they put it to him. So he is bloated here. So this was good help for him today. But he says, I'll buy, it doesn't matter. The problem is opportunity cost. When he sits there crying every day and depressed, we make 3 or 4%. Life is good. Compounded? Yeah. He's stuck. But this was a good term. Now, I'm not saying because to help him. This is a very big stock. No. But the pattern says most likely we're going to pull up. I would suggest we could do some calls. I would do other money calls, like 210s, and then to find a spread. 210, 220s. There we go. 210, 220s, yeah. And buy yourself 90 days. Yeah, at least 60 days. Don't try for tomorrow. Yeah. Never do that. When you push that on yourself on the options, you're going to get creamed. Avgo. Now, what color was in this too? Druckenmiller. Astounding. Yeah, I get this is going on here. It must be a look back for this. I have to look at. Yeah. We'll take a look. Okay. Avgo, that's Broadcom, major company down in Orange County. They did great for everything that has to do with communication, phones, modems, what have you. Would I get the long here? No. I'll let it pull back. Would I short here? No. Too strong. Yeah. That's not one either of a candidate. It would be a candidate much sooner in this kind of move. Remember, some of these stocks really trade trend mean reversion and not up here. This could be good for a short. Cooper. Given that definition, I understand, but we don't know how far this is. When would that be before it drops and come here? But you can see the drop is going to be big. And these are monthlies. That could be several months. Yeah. Opportunity cost too high. No. Eat a little bit every day. Trust me. I've looked at all these possibilities. Trust me. 25, 30 years. No. What was it? 25 would be 98. No more than that. Go another 6, 7. At least 30 years in futures. 30 years in futures. Yeah. Another 10-year prior to that in stocks. So in this fashion, it's organized with charts and all that. Yeah. So of course, back then we have so many names. Okay. ASM, I forget what these guys do. ASM, I think there's some sort of chip manufacturer. Nancy knows better than me. She's not here. She's gone to the basketball games, Clemson women's game. She's in South Carolina. Okay. ASM, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is short possibility, but again, not this kind of pattern. Not this W up there. No, no. Let me give you one more. Hold on. Costco. Yeah, let's go to Costco. Now, we talked about Costco to get long. A few webinars back. Not bad. Not bad. So, is it good to go now? I don't think so. So, we're too close to that. I'm sorry, I'm skewed with the SQ signal. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm on the edge that, hey, this could break down. And remember, all these big names are going to go first. Why? Can sell the futures. If they sell the futures, these have to adjust, right? ETF has to adjust. Futures for that has to adjust. They go down by a percentage. The percentages come in and boom, 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 gets readjusted instantly. And some of those have to be done in real time because remember dynamic hedging? Yeah, it's selling down the future, so you have to do big money. So all these ETF, let's say Bank of New York, all these trustees, they have to immediately sell equivalent names, and Costco is going to be up there, of course. Yeah. If you were long, as my recommendation, peel off. This was like 2-3 webinars ago, like 6 weeks ago. Peel off. Do not add here and do not initiate here. Or that may be a short, but not now. Not now. No. Because we could go another 2-3 weeks up before SQ kicks in, or maybe a month before SQ kicks in. Having said that, I'm done with my presentation here. Hopefully, I didn't bore you, but I'm more than happy to take some questions. Midway, right. Okay. Any questions for me? Hello, Anita. Hey, Shari, how are you? Hi, Richie. Guys, awesome. Any questions for me, guys? Because I gotta go take a Admiral Tico. Otherwise, he's gonna court-martial me. Yeah, he court-martialed me last night. I came in late. Yeah, Dennis, same time, sir. Thanks for coming in. So anyhow, if there's anything I can stress, you can get on your machine. $ SKEW. Or call your platform, the data provider, see what it is. SKEW. And all you have to do is put some like Bollinger Band on it. You gotta watch it. Now that we have a signal now. Now this could be, listen, we had no signal here. Okay? Going up is one thing, but we broke the highs and we have a signal level. Something is happening. Okay? But we don't know when that be. Of course, you guys see the price first. But this is alarming. And it could also stay up there for a while before it hits. But this tells me All of the money puts were bought tremendously. Now, right now means just they added. Okay, they just added, and so it didn't spike, but there was a spike here because that. Why is that a big voice? Because look at the SPY, I mean SPX options. They're expensive. They're not easy. They're not cheap. And do they do a spread? No, no, no. This is way out of money, but they buy a bunch of it, bunch of it. Yeah. So, can you do that? Okay, if you want to play that game, play the SPY, SPY, 1/10. Do not play SPX. SPX is not for retail, guys. You know, I know I was there a couple of times. I did that because I was a chump. Right before Bear Stearns went down, I almost had a heart attack. Yeah. Because when it goes against you, oh my God. Oh my God. It's almost like futures, except maybe even faster because depending on which strike you chose and what expiration. So it becomes even faster than futures. I would not do SPX, guys. I've been there. You don't know what it is. Yeah. March of 2008. I'd been in Chicago a month, and I wanted to short the market. And my problem was subprime, but I didn't know it's going to be Bear Stearns. It was one of the bigger guys. I didn't expect it to be that fast, so I bought a month forward. So I had some time, and I went in like a Wednesday or Tuesday. We went in. It broke on Friday. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Siamak was in that trade. I remember. Siamak was in that trade, and he had a limousine service in Hollywood. And that day, his people on the exit, that Friday on the exit, a couple of his drivers didn't show up, and he's got a contract with studios. He has to show up. Okay. So he goes to drive himself. The phone falls between the seats. I'm calling him. Hey, Siamak, get out. Our luck could work out. He didn't get to it. So it comes in Monday morning. The stock is at 2. I get out. I said, yes. What are you waiting? He made a bundle. Yeah. But during the process, which I was in, because I'm looking tick by tick, it was very difficult. Because Thursday night it rallied. Okay? By Friday morning, most of my investors were jumping out. Like, Farry, you're out of your mind. I said, okay, get out. Well, I'll give you another hour. I said, I don't care about that. That's your problem. If you're not comfortable, get out. Make up your mind. You can't be both in and out because once you go out, you can't come back in. It's not gonna be that cheap. Why? But very good. Spread. Options have a spreads. Question. Yes, Michael. In the bull market, English can get overbought and stay there. Yes. Can there be a correction? Yes, of course it can. Yes, yes. Yeah. This is not a typical adjustment or correction. This is an event. Most likely a credit event. But you're absolutely right. Can there be a correction? It indicates with just the consolidation? Yes, obviously. Oh yeah, especially like CI. CI would be a great example. Why? The moment is not being fueled. The moment you cut this is a momentum, right? It's like acceleration in your car. You take your, let's talk about physics. You take your foot off the gas pedal. You're still going forward, but you can see your RPM drops because engine is no longer needed, and your speed is dropping. So absolutely. And you haven't touched the brake yet. You touch the brake, it's a different ballgame. Yeah. This is more than a brake. This is now we're not dropping it, but this is signaling there's an event coming because of activity. This has nothing to do with anything. This looks specifically SPX activity out of the money. If you think of it as a bell curve, it's uh, it's a negative tail risk. It's a negative tail risk, not upper. Remember, we have 2 tail risks, upper and lower. It could be short as it runs up. It could be long and goes down. This is your long is going down. So negative tail risk. Yeah. Good question, sir, as always. Michael doesn't talk much. When we ask a question, it's like it's like a microscope, focused. Yeah. Any other questions for me? Again, I appreciate Siegfried for your help. We did get a shirt for Tico ordered with his fleet admiral with 5 stars. Great idea. I opened my email, this thing shows up. I said, hey, here's where you can order. He had already ordered one for him, but went to other house. Then we found it, came back here. But then, right after that, he became fleet admiral. So I still have it. I have the shirt, but I'm waiting for his fleet admiral to show up. And a little bit, one side's a little bit bigger. Yeah. Medium. Small was a little bit too small for him. It could be a Tomahawks. Who knows? The kid is doing fine. Yeah. All right, let me finish this then. All right, with your permission, we end it today. It's been another very, very long day. And here's my other problems. I have some issues overseas with family. They asked me to be a judge. I'm involved with them in a transaction. Then they don't want to listen to me. Either I'm a judge or I'm not a judge. Plus, I'm the oldest in the family. So, in an infrastructure of a family, I have to be the judge. I didn't ask to be. They invited me. I'm involved with them now. The problem is the currency exchange. I told them I'm not going to take Toman currency from them. I gotta get paid in dollars. Well, what happened? This is a couple of years now. What could have been up? Yeah. What happened was that here's the problem right here. You tell me. Does this impact the currency exchanges? Of course. Let's just take a 5-year. You're gonna see, yeah, this whole thing here. It makes the dollar very strong. People come and invest here. Then you had the problems with October 7th, and involvement with the anti-Israel forces. So internally, the Toman has sold. Dollar has been rising. Now they're complaining. I said, I'm not. You need my signature. I'm not giving it to you. Go and drink some tea. I'm not doing that. I'm very upfront. I told you what I'm going to do. And don't tell me this or that. I'm going to stick to my guns. Yes, we'll figure out some tomahawk for Admiral Tico. Yes, sir. With that said, guys, I wish you very well. We're going to see you in 2 weeks. Remember, I'm going to LA for Persian New Year, for spring equinox. And it's going to be, I think I leave on 16th. So a month from now. So I'll be here at least, most likely 2 more webinars with you, 28th, and then what's the one after 28th? 13, yeah. I'll leave, I think, on the 15th or 16th. And Admiral Tico is coming. As a matter of fact, family said, don't come without Admiral Tico. So I'm going there. We're going to be there a week. We go on Saturday, come back on Saturday. Yeah. And I got him we got a first class ticket, so we're comfortable. Because, now he's a, this is the problem, Zikri. Now it's a fleet admiral. The gal at the United Airlines, she was laughing her head off. We got to make sure we take care of you guys. I said, I think so. Because I said, last thing you want him to get on and short your stock or say something on Twitter. So, anyhow, it's gonna be fun. We'll see. I need a week off. You have no idea. We don't know what we're going through, and big money. Maybe it's been my dream to run a well-adjusted, kind of a good size hedge fund in futures. Remember to leverage. Yeah, you don't need to raise a lot of money because it's 49 to 1, 50 to 1. So, but not just that. That's not the problem. But I'm having a larger investor coming in from where? Persian Gulf States. So I'm going to be very, very challenged. I'm trying to get ready for that. And of course, we're just negotiating right now. I've told them, no finite decisions until 90 days from now. So because I need to trade CL more. They want to see what I'm doing with CL. Why would they know? Why would they want CL? Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Unless they want to move it before OPEC. Because remember, the mission of Tiger Shark is not air superiority like OTF. We've already done that. This is air dominance, like F-22 or my favorite YF-23. Go on Google YF-23. Yankee Foxtrot number 2, number 3. I was on a bid team on that. That's our mission. Okay. And I think we're there, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. All right, guys and gals, thank you for coming. Appreciate that. We'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll post this immediately when it's available on ready post-process on YouTube. Our YouTube, again, on homepage, lower left-hand side link. Thank you, Cash, Dennis, Siegfried, Mike Becker. Appreciate all you guys. Jeff Gilbert, thank you, guys. Let's see. Michael Milke, yeah. So we appreciate that, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Don't forget, keep track of a SKU.